I think we're making this work. We'll find out soon enough. Do 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 do. Oh, good morning. Good morning if it's morning time for you. Good morning, good morning. It is 9 o'clock on the West Coast, but it is time for some presence practice wherever you are. Time to share some gratitude, a time to focus on kindness and connection, presence, growth, whatever is authentic in this moment for you. Really, to be honest, whatever is authentic in this moment for me. And together, if we are coming here together, if you're going to join me, I invite you to join me in that place of authentic expression. And rather than a fully surrendered, a focused presence into that of gratitude and kindness and connection and growth. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for presence practice. Thank you for being here. Do. Oh, did I get it? Am I going live on YouTube as well? I think so. Let's see. I've been trying to do this live on Facebook and YouTube. I added a new camera, which made things super wacky because now I have to go through a new laptop because my camera that I used to work doesn't work with the new Mac operating system, which makes this old laptop fan go crazy, but I have a microphone set up, so hopefully it's not doing it too bad. Oh, come on. Really? No. I thought we were live. We're not streaming? Aww. Well, I guess we're not live on Facebook then. I mean, on YouTube. All right, I tried again. Well, Mingle's here. Good morning, Mingle. Good morning. Oh, let me try this. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning, now called Presence Practice, a daily opportunity to be present, focus on gratitude, kindness, connection, authenticity. It's really an opportunity to be authentic in the morning. It is what I need to be practicing. I welcome you to join me in this practice of a daily moment of presence practice, authenticity, kindness, connection, gratitude. So what are you grateful for in this moment? Or what have you been saving up gratitude? There's a wonderful gentleman, Chris, who will attend gratitude gatherings in our Zoom, and he will have a list of things he has collected since we last met, of things that he has noticed that he's grateful for, and they're poetic. And it is a beautiful practice, and I'm so glad that he shares this. So, Chris, if you see this, thank you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for everyone who shares gratitude and allows it to inspire each other. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning. Good day, wherever you are. Mingle is glad to be here. Me too. Good morning, Izzy. Izzy is grateful for initiating new smartphone and realizing it can use 2 SIM cards. That's twice as many as one. Math. So I can use both my French and my Spanish SIM cards on it. Ah, bueno y bon. Huh? Is that good? I am grateful. I'm grateful for coffee right now. I'm drinking some half calf, although the way I make half calf is pretty dark, so maybe this is an actual cup of coffee. I was staying away from stimulants for 6 weeks or so, trying to kind of reset my system a little bit. and have reintegrated some caffeine into my mornings. I wait an hour and a half to 2 hours before I have it, as I learned in Huberman Labs. And I've only been doing this for a couple of days, slept great last night, so I think this might still be doable for me as long as I don't get carried away and I don't do it too far in the afternoon. So I'm grateful for caffeine. You may even hear it in my voice. A little peppiness to me today. Whee! Okay, keep an eye on this coffee. Dawn is grateful for coffee and to catch this while doing yoga practice prior to logging on for work. Well, how delightful to be joining you for a little yoga. I've been listening to the Michael Singer podcast, and he's got a lot of wisdom. And he was talking about the process of saying, like, I don't have time to work on myself. I've got too much to do. I don't have time to work on myself. There's too much I need to do. And he said yoga flips that. So it's what you do is work on yourself. It sets aside time to be what you do is work on your healing and working on yourself. And so I like that idea of the practice of yoga is disrupting the mind pattern of I don't have time to work on myself. No, yoga is the process of working on yourself. Oh, I am live on YouTube? Well, look at that, Lou. Thank you for letting me know. It's just not... Let's see, is it going to let me see any comments over there? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. How exciting! Thank you, Lou. Oh, Mingle is grateful for hobby. We decided to camp together again at Burning Man. It's going to be amazing. Oh, how fun. And Mingle is grateful for sweet connections in Australia. All right. I don't know why I tried to do that. I am super grateful for my friend Paul. Paul is a friend I've known since 5th grade. We went to a special school for nerds together. I only went for half a year because I freaked out and I panicked because I went from being like one of the smartest kids in my school to one of the very average, below average kids in my school when I went to the special school. And but I met Paul there, and then we became closer in junior high. We kept getting put in the special kid classes. And has been someone who's been a dear friend and inspiration in many ways through the years. And so he is in town, and we met at the canyon by my parents' house. Went for a little hike. There's a little creek that goes through it now that there's been rain, and it's really beautiful and big trees. And it was just what I was planning on going there anyways. But then when Paul said he was in town, I was like, I got a call from Mom. Should I take it? Here. Yeah. Hey, hi, Mom. I'm doing a broadcast. Can I check back with you in a few minutes?
Yes. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
I love my mom. I love Paul. I am so full of gratitude right now. But anyways, Paul has been following along some of my recent stuff, and he knows that I'm trying to look for new activities and new hobbies, and he said, "Hey, let's get you a wetsuit and let's go jump in the ocean, go boogie boarding." And it's cold right now, but I was like, man, that's a great idea because I have resistance to it. It's gonna be physically uncomfortable. That's good. The cold water is good. Ocean is good. I'm going to be self-conscious about doing it. And then what Paul reminded, he goes, oh, it's going to be a real stretch because we're going to be super uncool. He goes, there's going to be a bunch of kids and us, the men go surfing, the boys go boogie boarding. So if we go boogie boarding, we're going to be very uncool. So I'm like, all right, another opportunity to step into discomfort, which is a big part of the Michael Singer process of growth, is living life open to and not seeking, but just noticing the things that cause you discomfort and feeling them, embracing them, and letting it go. So I'm trying to do that more. So today I'm hoping to get a wetsuit and then go jump in the ocean with Paul. I don't know if I'm in good enough shape to go paddle through a cold ocean, but even if I just go in for a little bit, I think that will count. That was a message from Paul. So we'll make plans to go get a wetsuit today. I am grateful I went to a meeting last night and I spoke for the first time in a short little share. And it's my second time going to a meeting. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something. Well, that's not what I said. Actually, I spent a lot of time too much time thinking about what I was going to say. And then like, what's my motivation in saying it? This is something that my therapist is like, when you are sharing, since, I like to share, are you sharing from a place of true vulnerability and connection? Or are you sharing from a place of protecting yourself? Meaning making yourself look better or, making yourself look good. Are you feeding the need to protect, or are you opening up and connecting and offering things that are truly vulnerable? It's like, ooh, that is a really good question to ask for sure. So as I was in the meeting, I was like, at first I had some stories. I think I kind of compromised. I said some things that were super vulnerable that I haven't shared, and I said a couple things that were like a good story, but it all tied together. I definitely was in my head a little bit about sharing it, but I was trying to be aware of it too, which I think was a benefit, a plus. I was kind of like, I was observing my mind and what it wanted to say and why. I also, as someone else was sharing, and I was kind of feeling annoyed, I guess, by what they were sharing and their style of delivery. I was like, what is it here that is triggering me? What is it? Something about myself? Is it some judgment? Like, what is it? So I think I've been doing pretty good about that, trying to analyze those things and trying to view that is the process. That's what this Michael Singer thing I just listened to is all about. That process of getting off center and returning to center, getting triggered, pulling back, getting irked or uncomfortable, letting it go. That is the ongoing spiritual practice, and you longer and longer and longer periods of time when you are balanced and okay, and you spend less time being activated. Which I guess I've known that for a very long time. I just am only recently embracing it from a physical sensation place, which I think is super important. Just being aware, I know why this is happening, doesn't seem to fully let it go. You do get better at it, but connecting the awareness with the physical experience of it, I am told, I am trusting, I am following this path, seeing people that have had success with it. That is the path of the spiritual evolution and growth. I'm not seeing any comments. I'm not sure if anyone is leaving a comment or if it's just what's happened on my screen. Maybe I will try to look over here. And see if I've done something. Make sure I've got no audio going. Let's see if I've got here. Okay. Oh, Brent is here and Mingle's here. Okay, cool. So it was working. There's just no one commenting. If you were here and you've got something that you're grateful for, we would love to hear it. Or if there's anything else that's activated and showing up for you, we can talk about that too. or at least address it and hear you. Thank you, Mingle, for acknowledging that I am still broadcasting and comments are still showing up. I'm wearing my new No Urgency shirt that is available in the Love More Fear Less t-shirt store. And I'm rocking back and forth on my chair because my bladder is full after doing my morning guzzling of water and then a cup of tea and then a cup of coffee. Let's see. You know what? I'm in the spirit of authenticity and presence and what I have been getting out of these mornings. I am going to pause for 30 seconds. If you have something that you're grateful for or a challenge in your heart that you want to share, please type that in. I will be right back. Well, I almost got just taught a lesson in rushing and not being patient. I was not practicing no urgency. I wasn't feeling shame or embarrassment that I had to go use the restroom. I feel a little like it's not very professional. However, I still try to go quickly and not make a huge long pause. So I'm rushing. I'm feeling urgency as I run to use the restroom. Normally, I feel like I'm a pretty rapid urinator. And I like to make the joke, when you got a funnel that size, it comes out quickly. But I, in my rushing and flexing and rapidly urinating, I sharted. And so I had to do a little quick redirection and quick maneuvering and quick cleanup so that I did not soil myself. Because that would have been a much longer break. I'd have to yell from the other room, "Oh, it's going to be a minute. I got to find some clean underwear." Not quite that bad. Woo! Exciting day. If you are watching through YouTube, for some reason I cannot get comments through YouTube, so my apologies. My apologies for inflicting upon you this sharding story as well. Oh, Dawn is grateful to have caught this moment of connection, even if briefly. These words were exactly what I needed and that which I called for prior to work today. Yay! I will make it a point when I share at work today to share from a vulnerable space seeking connection. My challenge today will be authentic communication with compassion and leaving room for my own self-reflection and growth with the feedback my work conversations generate. I do this every day, actually, every single day, Monday through Monday, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time. I'm glad that you could be here, and I'm so grateful that the takeaway is what you expressed. Imagine the world if we were all coming from that place. Have a beautiful day. Luann is grateful for this pretty day and a cool dream that let me connect some of my angels. Always a treat when that happens. Ooh, cool. I had a dream last night that I remembered as I was walking. I dreamt that I was at Burning Man without my pink hair, and nobody knew who I was. And I was bummed about it in my dream. Isn't that funny? I may have mentioned here that I'm considering doing Burning Man a little differently this year, and a friend was strongly suggesting that I do it without pink hair, which was interesting how much that made me go, what? And this is something, I've been working and digging into the deep foundational trauma-y struggles that contribute to my feeling of unworthiness or not enoughness. And, the benefit is that I've been lucky enough that I have channeled that weakness, deficiency, different, aspect into positive things. It has driven me to figure out how I can be more of service, how I can gift more to the world, how I can be more loving, how I can add light. But because it is, in doing so, part of the motivation of doing so is to be told by people that you're good, we love you. Now, I didn't mean to say it with that tone of voice. What I mean is but there is this hole inside that I need to fill from the outside. Okay, I'm worthy because I did these things, and you think I'm good. Okay. And so a lot of people have been challenged me saying when I talk about I need to let go of the old me and say, let my identity die off, say goodbye, and then why? You're great. I'm like, I do great things. I'm good, not great things. I'm happy with the person I am in the world, which is why it's so hard to say goodbye. But I would like to shift the motivation to not be needy, to do so from a filled hole, and then expressing from a more channeled place. Not that there a degree of what's happening is channeled, but there's also, it's tainted, and it's also so conditional. What happens if I get injured? What happens if I am alone? What happens, I need to, that pressure to continually be productive in good ways in order for me to feel okay with myself. That is a very treacherous place, a very fragile state of joy. Because I do feel like I feel a lot of joy, but it's fragile. So I'm working on that. Lou is reminding us that if you are signed up for the general sale for Burning Man, the sale starts at noon today. May the odds be ever in your favor. Thank you, Lou. Jacob, hello. I love you. Good to see you. Carolyn suggesting that I go non-pink as well to the burn. Anonymity is a commodity in giant groups. It's the best mirror. You see who you actually are according to the world without a friend buffer around you. Everyone's a stranger, but everyone's your friend. It's such a safe place, scary as it may seem. Well, I'm trying to embrace scary things, which is why I'm going to try to get a wetsuit today and jump in the water and continue to be aware of the things that I am shirking away from and leaning into. In the Singer podcast I was listening to this morning, I was listening to it a second time because it really hit me the first time. And actually, can I share the link? I don't know. Well, if anyone requests it, I will send the link to them. And maybe it'll remind me to post it if anyone wants to hear it. I'll put it on the Hug Nation group. He was saying that anytime you have a preference, that is an indication of something that you're trying to make yourself happier by, because you've got some issue inside. You know, I'd rather have cherry pie. It's something, that's a hard one for me to figure out how that works. But what it made me think about was yesterday on my way home, I was going to stop at the grocery store. And there was a grocery store that I kind of wanted to go to, but I knew that traffic would be a little worse and I might take longer. So I spent a surprising amount of time thinking about how to avoid the traffic. And if I go to this one, I know where things are. And so I had these preferences. And I made my decisions, and I was doing all of this thinking about how to minimize the discomfort, minimize the awkwardness, minimize these things that the fears. Actually, it was the fears of the discomfort that was manipulating me and steering me. And so I was really thinking about, what I would like to start practicing is just go, okay, I want to go to this grocery store, and then let me be conscious of the times when things come up. Like, I'm frustrated with traffic. Oh, okay, look at this. Can I let go? Can I relax my body? Can I be aware of what am I actually feeling in my body right now? Oh, okay, a little tension, not that big a deal. Can I track down what is the thought or the feeling that makes this feel difficult for me? If I'm in a place of relax, is it actually that big a deal? Especially if I'm listening to a podcast. And if I can let go, what Singer says is that's the process. You just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. You just keep removing the rocks from the river, and the flow just gets more and more streamlined. So that's where I'm at right now. Well, I am grateful to share this part of the morning with you. My morning could be your midday or anytime. I'm grateful that I did not shit my pants when I went to the bathroom a minute ago. I am grateful that whether it's your first time here or you're here daily, that we developed this place of a safe space, place of sharing gratitude, but no expectations of rainbows and unicorns and puppy dogs, although certainly appreciated. If you have some wonderful thing of gratitude to share, share your wins. Share your wins. Yeah, I'm grateful that I have meditated every day since for the last 50 days. Last 50 days I've meditated and listened to affirmations. What else? And avoided intoxicants for all of those 50 days. And I am noticing aspects of my life that are different. I'm in therapy and done multiple breath workshops and microdosing. So not a very good control group, I admit. But while I've had a lot of frustrating times, and I continue to be frustrated by progress and not progress, I'm going to stay positive. I've had a lot of times where I go, this is taking way too long. There's no way this is going to be worth it. This sucks. I liked it better before. I'm committed to this, and I continue to have experiences where I can go, I am in a better place. I am more conscious of my thoughts. I am able to discern the difference between a thought and the way things are. Happened to me yesterday. I was walking back from my car, and I was thinking about something that someone said and what that might mean. And I was like, wait a minute, that's just a thought. Just like if this was meditation, thank you, thought. And then I just kept walking, and it went away. Okay. All right. Now, one day at a time, because I've yet to have the feeling like, aha, I'm cured. Not at all. I feel like any day that I stop doing any of these practices, that I am back in the old headspaces. Okay, beautiful folks, let's end with a hug and go on into our days and be ambassadors of love as we go through the day. Look for opportunities to connect with someone, to say hello, good morning. If you're at a checkout, looking them in the eyes and saying thank you with genuine appreciation, knowing that everyone out there is going through their crap. They're humaning the best they can. Even if they're being a jerk, they are doing the best they can. They are just triggered and they have forgotten, that we are all doing the best we can, and they get into we get into our own headspaces, and it's very easy. But let's forgive others, and let's forgive ourselves, and let's sink into this oneness as we take a big hug and give ourselves a squeeze, and feel me squeezing you as you squeeze me. Squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for this presence practice, part of Hug Nation. Thank you. I love you. Lou saying, our reality is completely shaped by the thoughts we think. So true. And Cassie saying, thank you for showing up. Thanks, Cassie. Love to you. Yeah, I think it was Kurt Vonnegut said, be careful how you see the world. It is that way. I love you. Have a beautiful day.